Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. So there's not really any change to the overall scenario. We did hit our support area after it broke out of the trend channel. So we created 5 waves to the upside of the 10th of March low. We reached basically $22.30. We broke the trend channel. That was a good signal that a high was in place. Gave you a target here between the 50% and the 78.6 retrace. And it reversed out. So what we now need to see is, can Solana break above the resistance? It still is in resistance. Some coins are doing better today than others. Solana is rather quiet, but it can of course start to rally still, also from here, because it completed a drop into the support area. What you see on the chart here are 2 scenarios. We can either say we've got our ABC already complete, but then I need to see it rally impulsively to confirm that. Or we are in this extended correction, a bit of a more complex correction to a degree that will certainly depend on Bitcoin as well, which has just run into resistance. But it seems that various altcoins want to play out their primary scenario, which is to continue to rally in a third wave here to the upside. And should Solana follow, and the chances are quite high that if one altcoin does it, or the majority, that Solana is going to follow. So it's currently running into resistance. At the moment, it could still be an X wave of a large WXY correction, so that in the end, the wave 2 will sit here. These are just 2 scenarios, and you need to keep that in mind for your risk management, which means if you entered here in the yellow box or in the green box, anywhere, because this was the trend reversal area, then you can just lean back and let it run and manage risk, depending on what kind of trade you entered. But be aware that this could still come down in a Y wave that will get less of a risk above 21.44. Above 21.44, we still have the possibility that we could be doing an overshooting B wave instead of an X wave. That's another possibility. However, I would see that rather unlikely. That would be an A wave down, an overshooting B wave, and a C wave. Overshooting B waves can be difficult. They are very difficult. Here, the resistance for the overshooting B wave is 23.50. That's anyway a very, very important resistance level up there that we called out many times before, 23.50. That's also quite a coincidence, the key resistance for the overshooting B wave, which means at the moment it could be an X wave and still come down. Above that, it could be a B wave and still come down. But above 23.40, most likely this the downside risk is gone. So it's always a cascade of probabilities, right? And the downside pressure will ease the higher we go in these resistances. And if we break them, the downside pressure, well, it will never be fully gone. It's always a balance of fear and greed, these markets, and emotions. But certainly probabilities increase that the setup here is actually working out. The more we break through these resistances, the more of these Fibonacci retracement areas we're taking out. But I think it could have bottomed, because the way the crypto market behaves today, it is certainly possible that we are completing, or that we completed here our wave 2 correction on the 15th of March, when we came down in this 3-wave structure. And the only thing is, I don't really see the impulse yet. But we will see what the market does. And if an impulse develops, it would be good confirmation that we are rallying in a third wave, especially if we break above that 23.50 level eventually. Target for the third wave is important to highlight as well. So here we talk about the 1.618 extension, so around about $28.50. So it's pretty good. It was and still is a pretty good reward to risk ratio. But I wouldn't call this a long setup anymore. The long setup was down here as communicated, and it's doing what we want at the moment. So let's see if it continues. The risk, as I said, the risk for further downside isn't gone yet. Many of these coins are currently pushing into resistance. But probabilities are shifting slowly. So it's important to observe the market. But then again, the setups were known, communicated. So let's see. Okay, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.